In Orlando, our area, anyways, is being overpopulated by Northerners. Not to throw shade because my
Yo,
family's
do me a
from.
favor. You guys need to stay in New York, please.
Yeah, you guys are like,
No.
they're causing the inflation.
Yes,
Literally.
leave your inflation in New York City, please.
For real.
I'm from the Bronx, so I understand it's nice down here. Actually, no, it's not nice. Don't come. Don't,
Sleepy Hollow in the house.
don't even come. Sleeping
No,
Hollow is wow. Headless Horseman?
Yes.
That's your culture. That's your
Yo, like it's not, it's a
Halloween-
dope. No, we have to go. Yeah, yeah, have to go. It's
Halloween?
super dope. Yeah,
Halloween's
Halloween
poppin'.
is crazy. Like our mascot was the Headless Horseman.
Mm-hmm.
Like on like homecoming football games, they'll like run out with with the the horseman will come out and it was dope. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I took the girls this year and they actually saw the horseman. They were like, "Yeah, it's cool." Because I took them when they were little, but they don't remember. But all Halloween, the whole month is just like you definitely guys have to go.
That's
'Cause
cool.
You get to see the cemetery.
Yeah.
There's a bridge where he supposedly rides his horse in the middle, like in the full moon, whatever. My dad one time he was like, "Oh, yo lo vi una vez que I'm like, "Papi,"
like man.
I'm like, "What are you talking about?"
rumors like
Like the chupacabra we never saw.
Yeah.
Or the-
Yeah, I know, cause like it's where he used to drive, cause he worked at Sam's Club. So there's like a bridge where like by the Hudson River, he has to drive by to get to our house. And he said, "No, una vez que yo vi que alguien estaba corriendo." I'm like, "Papi,
Oh
con un
my
caballo."
God.
I'm like, "Okay." And then
That
he's like,
sounds
"Yeah."
like
I think it could have been a cop, cause like we have cops on horses in our town. So I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
That sounds like how like our grandma used to say chacumbele. Remember? Chacumbele's gonna come get you.
You didn't grow up with Chacumbele?
No, what is that?
It was like El Cuco. You know
Yeah.
Oh, El Cuco, yeah, I heard
Our
the Cuco.
Cuco was
It's
Chacumbele.
Oh yeah, I just remember like underneath your bed is that cuco. I'm like, I used to be like,
Yeah.
I just thought it was a monster. I didn't know what the cuco meant.
Cuco Monster, yeah.
Or like like I wouldn't eat and then like ahí viene cuco and I'd be like, I'll try to start
Yeah,
eating because I just thought
yeah.
it was a monster that would come
Yeah.
like underneath my bed or something.
Well, our Cuco was Chacumbele.
Yeah.
That was the name of it.
Yeah,
Yes.
Chacumbele.
So it was just a
Chacumbele is
it was just a
coming.
monster.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a monster.
Just the
You better hurry up, go to bed because chacumbele is gonna come.
Yo, what-
Chacumbele.
I
I
wonder-
never heard that before.
I wonder where that originated from.
Who
like-
knows?
I don't know. The cuco was just like a just a cookie monster. No, not cookie monster. Just a monster. You so.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever used that on the girls. The el cuco. I forgot about it.
El Cuco. Man, that's wild Spanish. That's funny.
El cuco. Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What you guys been up to this past weekend?
I mean, just
Fam-
getting back to the work of working and the call flow, because during the holidays it's super slow, and then this month is like this week it was just like back to back calls. It was just like no breathing time
Yeah.
between calls, but just like starting the new year, trying to like get motivated with your I'm gonna do this 2024, and then it's like Tuesday
All
like
the
I'm
resolution.
sleeping.
Yo, the
All
gym-
the resolutions.
The gym is mad packed. I already made a pat. Like, I'm not going back to the gym till like mid-February because you guys are annoying packing the gym. Like, I'm not going. Like, luckily I got a gym in my garage, so like I gotta just clear out my garage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I love the gym in my building. It's always clear. I've been going early too. If you go really early, that might help too.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we're not doing that. That's
I
crazy.
kept telling myself because I don't start working until 12 p.m. So I'm like, you know what? I can get up early, go to the gym.
yeah, lately I've been
Todavía,
going. I've been going to
man.
the gym. I've been going to the gym like between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. But literally lately I've been working two jobs, like my business, and I'm back to my regular job. So I have to, like, if I don't squeeze it in,
Yeah.
when am I gonna do it?
See, at
you know?
least you're devoting yourself to your resolution. I have not made it to the gym yet. I remember we're like, oh, you're gonna start eating healthy. I'm gonna start meal prepping. I'm gonna wake up in the early. Yeah, hasn't happened this week at all.
No, I've been on it.
Yeah, thank God. Like, as far as eating goes, like I'm not really how you say, I'm not really that it's not hard for me. Like, my relationship with food is way different from before. Now my struggle, which wasn't my struggle before, is actually working out now. And I think it's because I'm not getting enough food as much as I used to get before back in the day. Because I used to eat so much and then
Yeah.
be able to work out and be like, why am I not getting any progress? Maybe because you ate 4,000 calories today, my guy. But now I'm eating like under 1,000, under 15, and then now I don't have the energy to actually work out anymore.
Oh,
So
God.
Protein
Got it, yeah.
shakes. You
Yeah.
gotta meal supplement.
I think that's my issue too. So I'm not eating as much each day because I wake up like a little bit later. I'll probably eat like a bagel or something, and then like once I'm on the phone, it's like back to back calls. It's like no time for like for you to like even eat a snack or anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
Bueno.
You'll get to it. Start
Alright.
early enough.
But I don't count my calories a day. You count your calories?
No. Lately I just like I said, my relationship with food changed, so I just eat
Yeah.
whatever my
Intuitive
body.
eating.
Yeah, whatever my body tells me to eat. I always keep like healthy food in my house anyway. Thing is, my problem with eating before wasn't really, I wasn't eating bad things. I was just eating bad things too much. So I would eat like a salmon. Instead of eating one piece of salmon, I'll eat 4 pieces of salmon.
Diablo.
Like I will wild out.
Hey, diadre.
Yeah.
4 salmon.
So now I dropped it down to like 1.5.
But it was like
piece.
4 salmons, like just by itself, or era con arroz and like habichuela on the side.
Yes, it was salmon with jasmine rice, and jasmine rice is good for you. But I was eating like
Too much of it.
like 7 ounces of
In one
jasmine
sitting?
rice in one sitting, and then come back for more for seconds. Like
Oh, yeah,
I was
so-
bugging out. So
Yeah, like the full, like like the whole Hispanic man, like male, like men plate. Like you serve your husband or your dad be like a big mountain of food.
yes, you know what I can not stand? What was the Hispanic thing to say? Is like eso no comida.
Yeah.
Like, when you eat it like a shake, they be like
Yeah.
eso no comida. Like,
No, or they'd be like, "Ya, solamente tú vas a comer eso.
Yeah.
Ese poquito. You're
Yeah.
like, yeah, like, why you want me to eat a whole plate? Like,
in translation, they say that is not food. So if you eat a shake, they'll tell you like in Spanish, that's not food.
Yeah.
They want like the 4-course meal type.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it can't be a little bit of rice or a little bit of like bichuela. Like, oh, I'll take a little bit of a spoon of beans.
Like
And
you have
no,
to,
no, no,
you
no,
have
no.
to have the
Your mom
ensalada,
would
the
actually,
aguacate,
yeah,
the
they'll get like the
habichuela.
big, like that big spoon, the cooker rice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like, dive in is like, here you go.
You know what I can't stand with my new relationship with food when I go to parties and people serve me now? I have to give them the whole explanation about my new journey. Like, I don't eat that much, blah, blah, blah. And they be like, okay, yeah. And they
Oh
give me,
no, or
give
they
me
get
more
upset,
rice.
or they be offended. You're like, oh no, ya
Yeah.
yo comí. ¿Qué es lo que tú comiste? Like, like, oh, why'd you just
Yeah.
eat? What do you mean?
Yeah, that's like
they
the
get so upset.
the most disrespectful thing to do in a Spanish household or function is to deny food. Like
Yeah.
you
Oh,
have to accept it.
Oh, they'll
no
be like,
matter
oh,
what.
you don't like my food.
Yeah.
And then they get upset. And you're like, okay, I'll eat it. No, you're just gonna eat it because you
I do little kid thing now. Little kids, you know how little kids like spread the food on
to
the
make
plate
it to make it look bigger.
to make it look like you went through it, and you're like, I didn't even touch the rice, but I'm gonna spread it on
Oh
the
my
plate to make it look
God.
like I ate
you
some.
oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
I have OCD, so I try to like keep everything like
Separate.
centered. No, centered. Like I don't know. I don't like when my plate looks messy. If that's a thing. I don't know.
Yeah, that is a thing.
Like touching? Like are you like
No,
like
I don't
food
care.
touching?
I don't care that my food touches. I just don't like my plate to look messy when I'm
Oh.
eating. I don't know. It just bothers me, and I scoop my food to the center. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm
Me,
weird.
if I'm hungry, I'll just like whatever
Yeah.
order I'm eating it, it's gonna be
Yeah.
in. That's it.
I like when it's Thanksgiving plates are wild. Do you know how Thanksgiving plates be having like wild different types of food when it spills over? Like
Oh my gosh.
it's amazing. Like when certain things drip into the rice, you're like, yeah, this is.
I like that.
Yeah,
too,
that's me.
yeah.
I like that too.
I like the caldo. in my
You get the
rice, for
yams
sure.
going into the rice, and it's just like, you know what? This is sweet and salty, like savory. Like
Yeah.
I love this shit.
But
This
it
is-
means like my plates, at dinner parties, anywhere. I'm like I eat with my eyes. Like I'll get a little bit of everything, and then by the time I sit down, it's like a big mountain of food. I don't even
Yeah.
eat it. Like I don't eat half of it, and I'm like already full. I'm like damn. But it's just like everything just looks so good. I just want to eat everything.
My thing now is I hit the protein first. So I hit all the protein, and then I never get to the carbs. And that's like my new trick now.
Oh, okay, yeah, because
Yeah.
that does make you fuller.
Yeah.
Like separate.
Hmm
I gotta try that. Cause I just like take one spoon of everything, just like eat it
Yeah.
all together.
Yeah, I'm hungry now. We need to eat.
I know over here.
all this food talk.
I know. Yeah,
Ladies,
like I want some like plátanos right now. I don't know what.
ladies and gentlemen, this is the High Hanging Fruit Podcast. We're here. It's your boy Freddie on Focus.
Jennifer Lynn.
Hey, it's the Sunny.
We out here, man. We have a lot of topics today.
Yeah.
A lot of things to talk about. I'm gonna let Jenny bring it in. What's up next?
Her face.
She got shook when she said.
She was like, "What?" I'm like, "What? No. You do it. You
I'll
do
be
it."
the silent producer.
Silent producer. You was talking about gender roles.
Yeah.
Gender roles and relationships. And go ahead, take it from here.
So we were having that conversation on, modern day men and women
Mhm.
versus traditional men and women.
Yeah.
What's
Mhm.
expected in relationships personally? Like what do you expect from your partner as far as contributions go?
Contribution goes as long as you're motivated. I don't care what you're doing. It could be the smallest thing. It's not about even if you succeed at it. As long as you're going towards something and you're motivated towards something, I find something very attractive in that,
Mhm.
and I respect it. Even if you fail, just try. Don't make it just like a thing that you just talk about
Right.
in the moment. Like, oh, I'm gonna do this, that, and the third, and then you don't do it. I'd rather you go for it, fail at it, come back. Why did you fail?
Mhm.
All right, how we gonna do it on the second time around? Hit it again.
Yeah.
Is that really something you want to do? Okay, we talk about it. We keep it going. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what that's what I expect from my partner.
Yeah.
As far as like modern day, like washing clothes, washing dishes, and then so that's a problem with guys sometimes. They want the girl to go to work but also wash dishes, wash your clothes, uh do women thing not modern day women things, back
Traditional.
traditional woman things. It's not right for the household. It's gonna drain your woman out. It's gonna make her like not the woman that you want her to be at the end of the day. She's gonna get cranky.
Mhm.
Depending on what woman you got, you might have the fucking Superman woman of the century that could do all those things and also work, but you got to take off a little pressure off. If you expect your woman to bring work and bring money to the house and also do the traditional woman things, like it's not realistic. It's not.
Yeah, it's just certain men that were raised in our generation.
Mhm.
They expect that. Like
Mhm.
I was expected by that, and then it was super hard. It's like I had to like wake up early, make sure that my kids were fed, dressed, make breakfast, and actually cook for the day.
Mhm.
And then just go to work, be like
Mhm.
exhausted, mentally when you get back from work. Even like we're not it's I hate when people are like, oh, you just sit on a desk and take calls, you're not, it's not labor. It's like, no, it's mentally, it
Mm.
takes a toll mentally, like in your head, like just working for hours, coming home having to like clean, wash the dishes, like
It.
take care of the babies, and then to find the time and energy to spend time with your partner
Mhm.
and take care of their needs as well. It's a lot, and then they
Yeah.
tear you down for that because you're not
Mhm.
holding what your position as a wife you're supposed to be doing. That's the mentality of men that were raised in that generation.
I did. Oh, back in the day, I did calls. Like I did customer service, and that drains you mentally. Dealing with
Mhm.
like 150, a bunch of people, like dealing with anger, sad, happiness, dealing with that and trying to stay happy while someone's angry on the phone.
Oh
It
yeah.
drains you mentally. So I could understand why that'll be a lot to actually come home
Yeah,
to.
and then you're like, you just me like now. When I get off work, I have give me like 15 to 20 minutes. My daughters
Yeah.
just want to like automatically like want to start talking to me. I'm like, give me like 20 minutes so I can mentally
Mhm.
like shut down,
And I
and
feel
then
like you need more. You need more than 20 minutes sometimes.
No, at times,
Yeah.
and I feel bad because they be like, "Oh, you don't really talk to it." Well, not my youngest because she's an introvert, but my oldest because she always she loves talking. She likes having conversations, and I'm like, "Oh my god," I'm just like mentally right now, like give me like
Yeah.
just like a few minutes, like more 20 to 30 minutes. Maybe for me it's like an hour or two, but I just can't.
I feel like the mental bleeds into your physical sometimes.
No, it
Because
does.
it's like, I don't really feel like doing I just need a time to just sit down, relax, not think of anything. I just need a quiet room.
Yeah.
Don't-
You
And
feel
some people,
exhausted.
some partners really don't understand. Like they don't understand that. Like they expect you to be full time working. Working woman also contributing to the bills financially, plus maintaining the house and like things like that. I feel like women tend to do more in relationships because men are a lot of times are just expected to go home from work and that's it. Like everything should be done. That's all you got to do is go to work and come home.
Yeah.
Like
Mm.
I consider myself I can be submissive. Like I can take care of a household. I've done that. I've taken care of my man, whatever, and like the house at the same time while working, while studying full time, and anybody can attest to it. Like if you come into my house, it's been pristine, but it gets draining.
Yeah.
It gets draining. And like, I feel like conversation needs to be had between a partner in order for a relationship to work.
Like I said, it has to be some type of balance.
Yeah.
If you got your lady working and at the same time doing traditional things, wash the dishes from here and there. If you have a woman that really like appreciates you, you don't have to do it all the time. Just once in a while, once in a blue moon, surprise her, clean up the whole crib. Even if you work too, I know it's tiring. To be honest, it's actually easier to go work and have the woman in the house just be like the traditional woman, not work at all, because we can go out, work, bust ass, and then kind of like when we come home, you have the right to say, "Don't bother me,"
See, but I couldn't.
because you didn't do nothing today. So I did so much today, and I'm keeping the lights on. You, I want to say this in better words, but I'm not gonna say it in better words. But I'm gonna say, yo, when I come home, just shut up.
Okay.
Just-
That's
it-
kind
What
of
do you
it
mean?
sounds
Like,
cr-
like shut up. Like,
It sounds crazy, I know, but the delivery is trash. But what I'm trying to say is, when I come home, like, don't bother me. Don't ask me for anything. I just worked bust my ass for 12 hours. You can't tell me anything.
but you know,
anymore.
like if we're home all okay now, if you're a housewife, you're home all day by yourself.
with kids.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you
that's
can't really
different.
have like a conversation with the kids or the babies. You know what I mean? So like when you come home, we're like excited, like, okay, you know,
Like,
I want to hear
finally
about
get-
your day. or,
finally
you know,
get to talk to
but
someone.
like
Yeah.
also like, you know, explain to hey, you know, give, you know, husband a kiss. Or like, oh, here's your, you know, and then if you just say nicely, hey babe, like give me like an hour or two so I can like, and then we can sit down, we can talk about the day or something. But I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I can't
guess-
really speak to that. I mean, I don't have kids, but I mean, I've been a working woman like since the age of 19 or younger, but since the age of 19, I was working in corporate America. You know, I've always held like a Fortune 500 position, like in a job, you know, and having to maintain that and also maintain the household, I was able to do it. But yeah, it was draining, like super
Yeah.
draining.
So imagine with like on top of that with kids.
yeah.
Yeah.
Where you're like either
But I couldn't be like how you were saying, like, oh, it's better to have like a tradition or a modern woman staying at home. I'm sorry,
Traditional.
have a traditional woman staying at home, and all you have to do is just have the house made, but shut up when I get home. See, so I couldn't do that. One, I'll
Yeah.
be bored, and I'm not gonna shut
But
up.
you know what, too? Like,
So-
I'm the type where I'm very quiet in a relationship. Like, I'm more of the quiet person, and then I would have to have someone that's not, I guess, introvert, but being more extrovert and like,
bring you out your
yeah,
shell.
yeah, because I would need my quiet time a lot. So,
Yeah.
like, I understand what you're saying, like coming home and you're like quiet, you know, like just to give me like an hour or two. I get that because I'll be like that.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm home all day, you know, I'm bored, I just want to be like, hey, I just want to talk to you. You know what I mean? Like, how's your day? And, like, nowhere else to talk to. I want to talk to you, like, the babies.
Yeah.
And then, like, when I had the girls, we didn't have social media, didn't exist. We had, the Motorola flip phones. That's what I had.
Yeah.
Was it Motorola or, yeah, it was Motorola, right? The flip phone.
Yeah, Motorola. flip
Yeah,
phones,
so it's like,
Trap
what am I
phones.
gonna do? Like watch cable TV, but it was like, you know, there's nothing like social, you know, like who am I gonna talk to?
I need to have a partner that I could talk to.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
And
that's
not get upset.
and I'm not extremely talkative, but if I feel like I can't talk to you, what exactly am I with you for? Like,
You guys want to talk after like a customer service job? You actually after when you got you want somebody to talk to? Really?
It depends. Like,
You have some chatterboxes. I can't.
no, so it depends. So like let's say if it's been a long draining day, like you know, back to back calls and it's like no breaks in between. I guess it depends on the mood I'm in. Sometimes I will be talkative and sometimes it's like give me an hour or two.
Yeah.
Or just like I just want to take a shower and just go to sleep, you know? But I don't know, it all depends on the mood I'm in, I guess. Or the kind of day.
I mean,
I had.
when you're working on phones or you're talking to clients every day, you know, because me and Didi kind of do the same thing. When you're talking to clients every day, you kind of sometimes want to talk off script because you have the same conversations all day long with different people, trying to sell things, you know, like it's nice to be able to unplug, but still have a conversation. Get
A
me
real
out
a
of
real conversation. Keep
yeah,
me out of the robot. Like,
yeah.
thank you
I
for calling
already
Chase. Yeah, I get
yes,
it. Like, you've been saying that
Yeah.
all day. That drives you crazy. I understand.
literally,
Like me, like right before I gotta be like,
yeah.
okay, energy, hi, like
Yeah.
But
I left my old job running because of that. Like I was like, okay, and I did that for 8 years. Like where
Yeah.
I was having the same conversations every day, 8 years. It's draining, and trying to maintain the household, do what you're supposed to do, womanly duties, cooking,
Yeah.
all that stuff every day.
And
And
I
I enjoy
tried,
it. I enjoy it. I
Like
love
me,
cooking.
like I tried. Like when
Yeah.
I got married at a young age, I was 20 when I got married. I had Alana when I was like 21. And the expectation was, what he was like used to. Like he's, South America, women are like very like, the house has to be clean, food on the table when your husband's out of work, just be.
That's cool. You making that money to do that? Like,
Yeah. So it's like,
Like the thing is like conversations need to be had with your partner. Like there needs to be
has to be a balance.
who's doing what
Yeah.
in this relationship.
like,
Are we both contributing financially, or like is this a real partnership? Are you gonna help
yeah.
with the cleaning? Are
It
you
was
gonna
it
help
was just like a lot, like,
Yeah.
and then being so young, like, just I did like
How old were you?
I was 20 when I got married.
Yikes.
So, and then we had her when I was 20. When I was 21, I had gave birth to Alana. But it was like a wake up call, like for me, because there's one thing I do not like. I hate cooking. That's the one. It's not my passion. But of course, I'm a cook. To, keep you alive. Keep my kids alive. But the cooking for me, I had to learn while I was married on the phone with my mom. Like and I tried.
That's at least you try to learn.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
tried, and even when I tried it, I felt like my partner didn't make me feel like appreciated. It was just not an appreciation. Like
comparing you to mommy. Like it's like you
no,
didn't
it's
marry your
never.
mom.
And then, but the thing with me is like like I was always like I loved cleaning. Like I liked everything to be clean. That's just like my that's my passion. Or just being. But it was very hard to have to. We were both working, and then at one point, he lost his job, and I had to like, work full time. But then like, like I was saying before, like come home and like have to take care of the kids, and not actually have a social life, because I wasn't pretty much not allowed to have a social life in a way, because it was always like an issue. Like if I wanted to have like, go to dinner with some coworkers that I met or whatever, like just the girls, it was like a big thing.
Wait.
So you
Hold
were
on.
being controlled on top of having to be the robot of the house.
So
like,
he wouldn't say that. Like it was never that way. But it was always like my fault. Like if you're leaving your kids behind, like you're being a bad mother or whatever. And I would always have to be, and I did my best. I really did. I know like I probably wasn't like the best wife when it came to showing him, take, because it was a lot. Like I have to be in like a relationship if the man makes me feel secure, and I know that I can let my guard down and just be submissive. 100% I'll be submissive to you.
Like I said before, there has to be like a certain balance to everything.
Yeah.
Like, as far as my woman goes, like I don't want you to be a hermit crab all up in the crib all the time, being like a homebody all the time. It has to be a certain balance. Go out with your friends. But if you're gonna be trying to go out every weekend, that's when it gets crazy.
Yeah, that's different. So like me, like it was like, I am a homebody. That's just me. Like I've always been a homebody. And but he would say like I'm lazy and I wouldn't want to do anything. It's like it wasn't that I'm lazy. It's like I'm tired. I think my kids were still like super young. Have to wake up in the middle of the night, like wake up early to feed them and to feed them, like you too, and take care of you. It was a lot. Like I just wanted to sit home and like.
I get it. Did he have like did he have a single mom?
No.
No.
The thing is like so in like his father was a lawyer in their country. And so they had, they had money, they had servants and things like that. So it was like, his mom would have to, like pretty much she did everything, but then when they came here, his father couldn't, take that, be a lawyer, go back to his degree and things like that. Like all our parents that come here, well, my parents, like my dad, he was an architecture. He was going to school to be an architecture and he had to give that up, came to America to be he's a butcher, you know what I mean? So now they had to work, twice, 3 times, like 4 times, like 4 jobs at a day or something, So I guess that was his dad. He worked all day. So his mom was home, most of the time, but it was mostly like his he how I say, like, so his, I don't even want to say it because I'm like, I feel like they're gonna listen to this.
Say what you gotta say,
So
yo.
his dad was mostly like just hire someone to do it, so his dad wasn't very teach him how to be hands on.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? His mom would be like, she's like,
My dad's the same way.
she's a trooper. I love her. Like when she said that she needed to get something fixed, she'll grab a ladder and fix it herself. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So him seeing that, I guess that kind of like made him more like, I rely on me.
He was expecting for you to be like kind of how his mom was.
Yeah, and then because she to this day she holds like the whole family down. Like even though we're not together, she'll be like, "Where are you? Like you're not here. Like it's New Year's. Like she." But she's like, I can't, like, when you say superwoman, I would say she's a superwoman. Like, I look up to her like, oh, my goodness. She's pretty much like a second mom to me. But she's actually been more been there for me more than my actual mom. But that's another topic. But anyways, like, superwoman, him seeing that is like expecting that from me too. And then we were young. Like, we didn't know what we were doing. But I tried. You know what I'm saying? I did try. And I probably didn't talk a lot, or like, I just wasn't motivated. But it's like, what am I going to be motivated to? I'm like tired. I come home, kids, you know what I'm saying? And then I didn't feel attractive either. I didn't have confidence in myself when he'd be like, oh, let's go out to eat or let's go do this. I'm like, my hair looks a mess. Like, I don't have any clothes that fit me. I don't have it was just like, I didn't feel pretty like a lot, like after I had my kids for a long time.
It sounds like you were drained.
You can't do that because you're drained.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you're trying to make sure this household is cool. Then do work stuff, and then on top of that, like, you're trying to make yourself look good. That shit it's not.
It was a lot,
Yeah.
and then it was like I'll try to do my hair, and it's not back. Like my hair was super thick. For me to blow dry my hair would take me like 2 hours. I had thick Dominican hair.
Yeah.
And then we didn't have the money to spend go get my hair done or go get my nails done.
It got to be a balance.
Yeah.
It got to be a balance for you.
So it was like a lot for me. Like, I didn't have that, that.
Yeah, traditional and modern is cool, but it has to be a balance.
Yeah.
If you want your woman to be out here cleaning, cooking, like, if you got her cooking, wash the dishes. You know what I'm saying? Like, especially if you got her working. If you got her working, babe, can you cook? I'll wash the dishes. And you kind of have like that moment.
Yeah,
I didn't have that. Yeah,
it boils down to communication. Like, if you're a man or a woman, vice versa, and you have these certain expectations, one, you have to make sure that you're also doing your part. Like, if you expect your partner to be at home doing all these different things, are you providing the space for that person to do that? Are you footing out the bills, or like can that person stay home and maintain the house solely? But if you want them to contribute financially, you got to be prepared for that.
Make it make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's how they say, like, happy wife makes a happy life. It's true. Balance it for her. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm going to repeat it again. You want her to cook a meal, wash the dishes, and then you make a good moment out that. You guys can actually talk, chat it up while I'm washing the dishes, while you cooking. You can have a moment in there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, for real. I mean, like, me personally, I feel like that's one of my strong suits, and I can actually I don't know, brush off my own shoulder with that, is that I am a queen of multitasking. Like, I'm able to work, I'm able to study, I'm able to take care of the house, I'm able to take care of my man. I kind of had that instilled in me since I was a little girl. Like, where my grandma was, like, she is 100% a homemaker, but I also have my mom who, my dad was kind of in and out the picture, back and forth from New York, and she had to raise me and my brothers by herself. So I was raising my brothers, they were younger than me. Rest in peace, my brothers. But, I was 10 years older than them. So I was the mom role, the sister role, the best friend role. So, like, I knew how to do all those things from a very young age. Yeah. So it's easy for me. But I'm not going to do it for a person that's not appreciative.
Yeah.
I refuse. Like, I can pay my own bills.
Like I said, you got to have some balance.
Yeah.
Even if it hurts you inside, it'd be like, yo, dog, I don't feel like doing this right now. I don't feel like washing these dishes. Bro, trust me, just do it. And at the end of it, you're going to relieve your anxiety. Because me, personally, I'm OCD. So when I come in the house and I see a mess, I'm like, yo, dog, what is this? Like, I have a mess in my crib. Yo, help her out a little bit. Especially if you got to working and doing traditional woman stuff. Pick up after. Meet her, like, I might even ask you to meet her halfway. Meet her like at least 45%. And if you have the right woman, I'm gonna bring it even lower. If you meet her 35%, if you have the right woman, she's gonna appreciate it. She's gonna be like, oh, he's actually trying. But at the same time, but she's arguing at the same time, like after that, then switch up your woman. But
Oh
that's
my
another
Switch up
conversation.
your
But
woman.
yo, but I'm gonna be honest. If you give her even 35%, a real woman will appreciate it. Just be like,
Yeah.
yo, he washed the dishes while I cooked. He cleaned up. He threw out the garbage.
But I think that was like also a conversation to have before committing to live with someone and being married to someone. But again, like communicating back to then, it was
Communication is always key.
Yeah, it
And
is.
everything.
It's cliche to say that,
No,
but
it is. And
communication is
yeah.
key. It's
but not
Mhm.
knowing how to learn, knowing how to communicate,
Mhm.
that's like even worse, because it was like any little thing you're like like get frustrated, it's like all balled up and like you explode out of like the littlest dumbest thing, like oh you left a sock on the floor, like
Yeah.
and you blow up for like I don't know like a whole month of holding something in.
Choose your arguments. That's the
Yes.
thing I learned in a relationship. You gotta choose. If you see a sock on the floor, be like, I'm gonna pick it up. But if it's thing is with me personally in my relationship, like if I see if you want to argue about something, make it meaningful. If it's something so petty, I'm gonna get upset with you because you argue with me for something petty. And women tend to do that. Well, they'll argue about something, and it's not really about what the real issue that they have.
Because we hold it in.
You hold it in, and then you blow up, and you
Yeah.
be
You're
like,
holding grudges.
And then we're
like,
getting mad at like the dumbest thing, like, oh, you didn't.
And to be honest,
the
me,
top on.
I do hold grudges, but like, and I won't. I'm kind of slow to let go of things, but I don't like arguing. Any person I've been with, they can like tell you I'm not the arguer at all. And then if I do have an issue, I'm gonna say it then and there. Give me my space to talk about it, and I'll let it go. But if you don't let me get it out, then I'm gonna have a problem with you. I could literally like we could be in the midst of bumping heads, and I'll say what I have to say, and then it's over. And then I can like just be normal with you right after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Me, I tend to I have to sit on it, kind of like you. I have to linger, think about what I'm gonna say, especially because remember our last episode, I talked about how I have a really sharp tongue.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to sit back, think how I'm gonna say something, how I'm gonna say it, because I could say it very brutal. So I'm like, I can't say it like that. I gotta say it like this because she's gonna get offended by it. So what I try to do is just like sit back, relax, even if it gives me a day, and then I'll hit up my lady and be like, yo. This, I think we, when I figured out how I'm going to say it to you in a peaceful way, I hit her up like, yo, it's time to talk. Serious
Oh,
talk.
that would kind of get me mad.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting
What?
a day. I'm not waiting a day to talk about
But
it.
you,
See,
but you,
like-
you
No.
don't
It
know.
depends what it is. Like me, I don't know, like I will flip out. But now like I've learned to do that because I will say things out of pocket to where like I just want to hurt the person.
Mm-hmm.
And that was like my arguments with my ex a lot. It's just I didn't know how, because he will say something so like hit you under, like just below the belt, where you're just like, you know what, you start like, and it's like I can't wait. Like you need to pick up the phone so I can curse you out or whatever.
You did-
So
I'm sorry to cut you off, but you did this. So that's text.
yeah,
Stop.
texting.
Don't text during arguments.
No, I learned how to stop
disagreements.
doing that, but I used to do that a lot. And then I would have to like eventually, once I had my like I'm done having this conversation, I just want to have the last word. I block him.
Oh, you see?
So I used to block him.
You see?
Yeah.
But I've learned
That's
you know,
when it becomes juvenile. You
no,
gotta-
yeah, but
Yeah.
that's like a learning curve. Like I've learned and not to do that and just like. But then it's another thing is like where you're trying to have a conversation with your partner, or whoever, and they're not being honest. Like you're trying to, like communicate, and they're just BSing you around or just not taking it serious. So it's like, should I argue or should I just hold it in? And then when you do, and then something comes up and it's like, oh, you remember last week when you didn't say anything, or it's just I think it just depends on the conversation.
Remember
and like
last
what.
week when you didn't say anything? It's crazy.
And I asked you like 5 times and you didn't say anything.
You know what I can't stand about women?
What?
So you say something very, and I learned this because remember I have that sharp tongue.
What?
So I say something very, very like triggering, and I say something that cuts deep 6 months ago. and now we're arguing now, and like you're looking at me and you're telling me, oh, the way you looked at me, because I could say that you said this, and I'm like, but I didn't say that. But you said this 6 months ago, blah, blah, blah.
yeah.
So it contributes to now, and you'd be like,
You don't do that. You don't like
but I
bring
didn't say
up
that.
past.
No, I can't do.
You don't. You don't.
Men
You don't
don't-
hit the.
Men, I feel like men don't do that. Not to-
What? No. Yeah, they do.
they do. That's some bitch ass shit. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
With you.
No. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. So
Really?
it's no. Yeah, all the time. Well,
I
not
can't-
anymore. Like we're in a good place. Thank you, Jesus. It's been like what 19 years since.
I
but
can't.
it's like that.
I forget if I argue about something to you about 3 weeks ago, I forgot about what we talked about. Like it's over.
Oh, I remember everything. I'm not gonna bring it up every time, but if I'm not over it, I might let it slip out here and there.
Yeah, I don't like when you're building an argument off of something I said 6 months ago.
Like me, like I'm over it. Like I'm not gonna bring back the past if we had the discussion and we resolved it. But if you're still on the same whatever argument we had, so if you're still doing the same ish or like not being
yeah, I didn't talk it through.
straightforward,
You didn't
and
talk
we
it
already
through.
had the conversation.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm gonna bring it up again. Like you're still doing the same thing. We had this conversation, but now if it's something like it's in the past, like I'll get in an argument with somebody and like be like within 5 minutes, I'm like, oh, you want a sandwich? I guess that's a Gemini in me.
See, I like that. I like that.
Because I'll literally I'll have an argument with my daughter,
Yeah.
and within like 10 minutes, like I know I was wrong, and I'll go into the room and be like, you want me to order you some food?
That's
Oh my
fire. I love that
No,
shit.
but I mean that's
then-
what I meant.
yeah.
Like I kind of do the same thing. Like let me say my piece, and then I'm over it, and then I'll be cool with you right after that. So
I like that. Like we could talk about something,
yeah.
put it on the line, and then you'd be like, we say everything we have to say, and then like 15 minutes later, you're like, yo, you want a sandwich? That's how I know we close this out.
Yeah.
We could put it to the side. But what we're talking about now, don't come 6 months later and be like, yeah, you said this last. So,
It has to be something like, I mean, like you done hurt me or something. Like it has to be like a serious like argument or converse. I don't know, for me to bring it back up or something.
Yeah.
Or if you're
I
like
don't-
not trusting me on something and we already discussed it and you're still kind of like not being real with me, I'm gonna feel it. I'm gonna pick up on that and I'll be like, what is going on? Like, are you still upset about this, and that?
Yeah.
That
I
happened
mean,
like months ago.
I feel like that's a little bipolar to just like, just randomly bring up things from the past. It has to like lead into that,
Like it was always like
but-
my arguments with that person. It was always like either they got upset about me not saying something or about the kids or it's anything, and it'll be like, oh well, you're like this or you used to do this. I'm like, why were you? You're just trying to get under my skin so I can like flip out. And then it took me a long time to realize that, and I'm like, you know what? I'm no longer gonna let that person like get me that upset for like something that I know I did. I already apologized for. I'm moving on. If you can't, then like whatever. It is what it is.
At the end of the day, what is the conclusion to all this? What saves all this?
I mean,
Traditional man, traditional woman, same thing other way around. It's just balance at the end of the day.
Yeah. And being clear with what you want.
Communication.
Yeah. Or being like
Be realistic.
find somebody that you're compatible with that has the same ideas of what is going to contribute to the longevity of your relationship.
And if you want your woman to be like some sort of superwoman where she's also doing traditional stuff and also working, bringing to the household, bro, my man, you come on, let's be real. Like,
realistic.
Yeah, be realistic, bro. That's wild. That's a lot to put on somebody.
Replay that
I
last
think-
part for the men that don't get it.
Yeah, no.
Be
I'm-
realistic.
and I'm not trying to be like that guy. It's like be for real. Like, and I'm saying this to help your household out. Like I said, go out your way, even to do the 35% out of the 50 that you're supposed to put in. If you have a girl working, just put that 35% in. She's going to appreciate it. I'm telling you. And if she's
Or
not,
do more. Like
Yeah.
a lot of time, women when they feel appreciated, they'll go above and beyond.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, I feel like-
I've
Yeah.
done above and beyond.
and don't be a punk. Don't go out giving 100%, because then that's when a girl tries to play you at the
No,
same time.
give 100%.
No, do not.
Give
Wait,
100%.
so you're contradicting?
No.
What? What do you mean?
I'm not contradicting what I'm saying.
Wait.
So, yeah, wait, go back.
First of all, everybody should be giving 100%, because don't half-ass anything. Like if I'm giving 100%, you need to give 100%. No 50-50.
Oh, so now we're talking about 200. See, we're talking about different math
So okay,
now.
so it's like not, you can never give 100% to anyone.
Yeah.
Let's just be let's be realistic. There's
Yeah.
no 100% like perfect person or whatever. But just I think it's just be real with the person. Just be honest, communicate. Just make them feel safe. Like me, if I'm in a relationship with someone, I want, my biggest thing is being safe. Like I know this person's gonna have my back if I fall. You know what I'm saying? I know this person's gonna be there for me if I need something or I need, I turn. Like that's the type of relationship that I want. Also, my biggest thing right now is like you have to have a relationship with God. You know, if you have a relationship with God, we both have a relationship with God. I believe God is one to be in between that communication as well.
Yeah.
It's good for the mind.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have God within yourself. So what happens is that when you talk to yourself and you pray, God goes through you and you're able to talk and think clearly. Sometimes a lot of people don't have people to talk to. Sometimes we don't got father figures. Sometimes we don't have mother figures. But I feel like God comes in within you and like talks through you.
He does, yeah.
And it kind of clears your mind. Sometimes same thing goes for like meditation. Not to be like all religious with you guys, but like same thing goes for meditation. That's why meditation is really good for you. It's kind of like prayer. Sit down, you talk to yourself, and things balance and make sense at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
Yeah, I think I had one last relationship I had, and I mean, like our communication was like, I was like, I just love communicating with this person, like, and he was like, I knew the real him, like it was just like deep, like you know when you get to know somebody, like behind closed doors, it's nothing like you're around every family, friends, or social media. It's just like he had this like I don't know, it's so weird. It was just like, I mean, like I could understand. We would finish each other's sentences. Like I knew, like he knew what I needed if I was quiet, like me not even saying anything. But it was just like our communication was like amazing. Like it wasn't like, if I'll get upset of something, I'll let him know. I'm like, okay, I won't do that again. He'll do this. I wouldn't get upset because it's hard from like someone that you love or a friend tell you like, well, you're like this. Because it's hard for you to like, hear something bad about yourself or like anything negative about yourself. But then it was like after COVID, everybody's back on social media, everybody's out again. It's like he had to put this persona on to be like in front of social media, like this is me, this is what I got. But that's not the real you. I know the real you. And the fact like it was like that was a safety for me. Like I felt so safe. But then when you like you completely did a
Switched
360,
up,
yeah, now I don't feel safe. And then that's when it was like me trying to communicate like what's going on, like why are you like, it was like backfire and make me feel guilty.
That goes into our next topic of how to know yourself. If you don't know yourself, you'll sometimes get confused of how you should treat your partner.
Yeah.
You're like, I want you to do this, that, and the third. But at the end of the day, you're like, that might not be it. It might just be you.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you got to figure out what you actually want. That might not even be the partner for you.
No,
Right.
so what I was getting to is like I didn't at the time. I'm thinking like, oh, this person, I knew this person this whole time, but it was because it was like me and my insecurities, and then like me putting everything on him. Like it was like me, like let's say if I get upset, like I take off from his energy, like from his like excitement or like him being in a good mood or something. But it was something like where I had to learn about myself. Like I didn't know how to just lean on myself just get to know myself and lean on me and not rely on him a lot. Because he wanted to go do his thing. And I'm thinking this whole time he did a 360 on me, but he really didn't. It was just that I just knew this person during COVID as this person was. And then it was like a lot. He was always like there for me. But now it's like, no, he has to get back on the grind. And now he's not there for me anymore. So in my head, I'm like, what the hell? You know what I'm saying?
That's fire though, because it was the opposite during COVID. With a lot of people, they actually got annoyed by their partner. A lot of divorces happened during COVID because they're like, I'm sticking with this person a lot, but actually it was the opposite for you, which I never heard before.
Well, because we started dating during COVID. So, and then it was just like always me being with him at his
So they
place.
were basically you guys were more available to each other. You had more access.
It was always like right away. Hey, you need food or you need anything.
What happened with that relationship? Because that it's really interesting to me because it's always the opposite.
I don't like. honestly, like at the time, like we both also were hurt from a previous relationship, and it was. I don't think it was a rebound. I think we were just feeling like lonely or just like missing the other person or whatever. But it was like company at first, and then it became something more. In my head, I thought it was, but I mean, like he would tell me things that he never told anyone before. Like we opened up more during COVID, being in that small, like you just being like alone all the time and just like not being around, just like just talking and communicating, and then
what broke the relationship though?
honestly, to this day, I just like
She doesn't
just
know.
like confused. Like it's like then I found out that he had a whole girlfriend, and I was surprised about that because I'm like, well, how? I literally had the key to your apartment. I was always there. I had your, I accessed your phone, like everything. It was just so strange to me, and then it was like, oh, he introduced his girl at something. I'm like, what girl? And then when I'm like confused because now he's like, modeling on social media. Like I guess somebody, a homeboy of his had a clothing line. He was telling me about it. I was like, oh, you need me to come and help you, with like change or whatever. At the time he had like long hair. I'm like, oh, he needs somebody to blow dry. I'm like, I'll blow dry it for you. Like I'll be there to support you. You know what I mean? And he just like was like, yeah. I mean, I didn't hear from him all day, And then I see him like on social media, like posting, oh, this and that. And then all of a sudden he's posting him going back to the gym, working out. He'll call me here and there, but it wasn't how it was when we were like closed in COVID. Like it was like we checked on him constantly all day. Like we check on each other, and then it just stopped, like slowing down.
So he got busy, and then he didn't have time for you anymore.
Yeah, and then it came to be like he had this whole other girl.
That's a whole nother thing because we're like, I'm over here thinking like making excuses like, oh well, maybe he had to get back to work.
That's what me. That's okay.
Yeah.
I understand you're getting back on the grind because everything's opening up again, and he's more of like he's self-employed. Like, he has his own businesses. So like in my head, I'm like, okay, I have to understand that he's doing this. He's probably busy, but then like I'm over here like, okay, maybe he couldn't, making excuses. You know what I'm saying? Like us, And then my insecurity started kicking in. I'm like, oh, why? I'm started getting like a little bit upset, but I'm not showing it. I'm not saying it because I'm like, okay, he probably is like busy, and then come out like it's like, oh, he has a whole girl. I'm like, when did he have a girlfriend? Because I'm like so confused. Like I was always there. And then
he played it well. He was probably bored during COVID, and he was just hitting you up on some like, I'm sorry. That's
I know.
That's
and then
true.
like I tried reaching him and like asking him about it. He like completely like blocked me on Instagram, and then I couldn't get a hold of him until I actually had to come out, just be me. I guess you say a Gemini, and just go off on him, like leave a message, like, listen, you tried, like, you could have been told me this and this and that, but you never said anything.
Yeah.
And that's when he finally called me back. Because I put him on blast. Like I put him on, like he denied it. Like I don't have a girlfriend.
When
I don't have business.
When you say you put him on blast, how did you put him on blast?
Like I went all in.
Like you were on social
like,
media?
No, like I left him a voicemail.
Got you.
Yeah, I was like, listen, I let him know, like, if you have a, like, why don't you tell me? But then again, we weren't like.
When he called you back, when he called you back after you went on your rant, what did you?
He's like,
what did you say? Like.
I was like,
what did he say? Excuse me.
So he said, he's like, first of all, like, like putting like, making me feel guilty. I guess you're narcissist, like behavior. He's like, yo, first of all, like, I've been busy and, just went off on me and like, yo, and who the hell told you this? That's not true. This is why I don't like hanging out where you live at because people always talk about me and my business. And I'm like, okay, is it true or not? Like, that's not, he just kept talking around it and then kept denying it. So then I'm like, so what's going on between us? Because I know, like, you did tell me how you felt about me and I was ready to tell him too. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, we were supposed to. And it was just like, the whole time we're like having just like, me, like, it was like the dumbest, I don't know, it was like the weirdest conversation we had because he couldn't fess up, but like, he couldn't like really be real with me. And if you were like not avoiding to hurt me.
That's why it's so important, like, for people to date themselves first and to literally, like, I don't know, you have to be open and you have to like know who are you when the world's not looking, really, like. And then you'll avoid situations like that. That person switching up.
But like I know,
versa.
like that's the thing. Like I know the real him. That's the weird thing.
You think you know the real him, and that could have just been a persona.
He kind of told you without telling you.
Yeah.
Like that's just the way he kind of told.
Like in a way, like I know it's a persona that he's because it's not me like him trying to like flip it and like make me think that I know the real him, I know the real him. Because a lot of the things that he did in his past, you don't talk about it. You know what I mean? Like if you're really a thug, you don't really talk about the things you do. Because I've been around, you know, like you don't really, you know, like boast it and like say specific. You know, like there's a lot of things that I caught on that I'm like, that's not, I feel like he was just fitting into society or like just fitting into like the, like, you know, this is how I want people to look at me.
But if that's who he pretends to be or
but
wants
like
to
I
be,
didn't know that till like after when I saw him like boast, you know what I'm saying? Like just on social media, like just him trying, I was like, what are you doing? Like in my head, I'm like, this is like a completely new, you know, different person. I don't know.
What happens is he showed you the signs, and that was kind of his way of like showing you like this is who I am. He's not gonna he seems like the guy that's not gonna tell you straight up.
Yeah,
his
he
communication,
didn't,
guys' communication, men tends to be trash.
And then your answer is always like, oh, because I didn't want to hurt you. But to me, that's even worse than you blocking me or like ignoring me.
We like to show you signs. A lot of men, me personally, I like to show signs of like, I'm not interested in you. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to throw little things out there. It's just like, I might have showed you a certain side of me, but at the end of the day, I'm going to show it. Sometimes we reveal things to break up with you. Rather than just being straight out and communicating with you and telling you I want to break up with you. We like to like, I'm going to put this out there, that out there, this out there. And like, you got to put it out for yourself to be like, you know what, I'm done. And then, because it's a coward way to go about things, but that's the way we want you to break up with us in another way.
That's just horrible.
Yeah, that's
just. It's like
heart
wrench. Like that right there, that's when I was like, you know what? I need to focus on me. Or it's just something that's
the best thing to do.
At that point, at that point, then you know, and our other friend was like, "What's wrong with you?" Like at that point, I would say I just felt like there's something wrong with me because every relationship, any guy that I did date, it was always like after like a few months, it's like they were like they didn't want anything to do with me, like they just didn't want. And then it's like, damn, like is it me? Is it like something wrong with me? Like what it is that I'm? But then it's like. It's not me, you know what I mean? Yeah. It's just my self, you know, like my confidence, my insecurity has that thought in my head. But then it's like, I was like, I need to like know who I am.
You do. You have to have a lot of self-awareness. Like, I mean, you can't have a functioning or successful relationship in any regard, business, friendship, relationship, like intimate relationships, if you don't know yourself. Because how are you going to interact with another person when you barely know who you
yourself,
are?
No, that's why it took me, like, I went into isolation and I was like, you know what, like,
and that goes into what I was saying before. It was just like, sometimes you could tell a person, I want this, that, and the third. And that might not even be what you really need to make yourself at peace.
Yeah, because that's what we think.
Because you don't know yourself.
Yeah, we think, like, I used to think, like, I knew what I wanted. Now I know it's whatever comes, you know what I mean? It's, to me, it's like, I'm okay with being single right now, and I'm finding myself, and I'm loving the person that I'm becoming, which I wish I did like years ago, and then just having a relationship with God, because right now is like I'm like my confidence is there, like it's still where I'm still working on it, but
there's no time on working on yourself.
Yeah,
it could be in your 40s, your 50s, your 30s. Just when it's time, and sometimes your mind clicks, and you're just like, I just figured it out. Where it doesn't, it just. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just, on your time.
Yeah.
You're going to figure it out. You fire. Like, like you're good. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But, so it's.
You got to think in your mind, like, yo, I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, me, I just figured out what I wanted. And like, and now I'm like, yes, I know how to speak to people. I know how to speak to a woman. I know what I want. And like, it took me time to like kind of be selfish and think about myself for a little bit, to think about what I wanted a woman to do for me.
Yeah.
So it's just like, you know what I'm saying? You got to do that. You probably already did it, but I'm just saying, you got to do the same thing.
Yeah, it's great because now I'm aware, you know what I mean? Like Jenny said. Yeah, it's like aware of like what I'm like, not even like no more like I used to be like, oh, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for that, I want this, I want that. It's like, hey, if it comes, you know, like, okay. I know who I am.
Yeah.
You're gonna accept me for me, and that's it. Because I used to like go back to like, you know, being able to, when I used to date, I used to just like do whatever, you know, like, you know, be who I thought that person wanted me to be.
Yeah.
You know, And it's not that. It's just like,
And that person could be, like I said, they don't know themselves. So they'd be like, I want you to do this, that, and the third. And then you do it. And then that person's like, I still feel like I'm missing something and I can't figure it out. And what it is something within themselves
yeah.
that they're projecting onto you to do for them. And they're like, like I said, it's
Yeah.
yo, life is.
I don't know. For me, I feel like I have a strong sense of self that I've always, from a very young age, been very clear with what I want. And I can say that, like, I've been successful this far in, like, relationships. I mean, none of them were, like, peachy, you know, like, nothing was, like, super perfect. But I don't put myself into situations that I know I'm not going to be happy in, or it's not going to be a fruitful season for me with this person. And that's in anything. Like, I'm very selective with, you know, who I choose to engage with, business-wise, friendship-wise, or in relationships. I learned from, like, a young age. I'm not pouring myself into empty cups. Sorry.
That's amazing. Yeah.
I'm
That's
not.
good. See, I didn't learn that till like now. To be honest, like I was going with my heart, and then what I felt like I needed, like, oh, I like him, you know, and just go move forward, you know, like I didn't see like the bigger picture.
No, life is all about making connections with different people, and, you know, taking it for what it is. There's no harm in things not working out. Sometimes you have to let things go gracefully.
Yes.
And
don't force it.
Yeah, like, understand that, okay, this person was a part of my life for a brief chapter, but if they walk out of it, you got to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't need that closure. You don't need to know, you know, why was this person not the way that I wanted them to be? That's just who they are.
I can't stand closure. What is with, like, ex-boyfriends and girlfriends?
Oh,
like,
I don't need closure.
I need closure.
No, I don't need no closure.
Your closure is you trying to get back
I'm
with
done,
me.
yeah.
Like, yo, we ended it where we ended it.
My thing is like,
And
my
I don't
closure
like-
is like block and delete.
I don't like.
Yeah.
I don't even
Yeah.
block. I want you to see me. I want you to see me being.
No, I
successful.
blocked it. I
But
blocked them completely.
No,
Like,
I don't.
I think my okay. So my thing, if I'm hurt by this person, I don't want to see you living the best life without me.
But don't go
and
checking.
just-
Don't go checking.
No, I
for
don't.
them.
So that's why I block and delete. So I don't want to
My-
see it. You know.
See, I could tell you that closure is bullshit because
It is.
It was at one point I had an ex that I wanted closure with, and now that I'm older, I'm like, I'm bullshit.
what? Yeah,
I didn't
it's like
want
you're
closure.
bullshitting.
I just wanted the upper hand at the end of the day. I was just like,
so
yo,
dumb.
You just wanted them to her like, listen, I'm good without you, or just let them know. But to me, it's like,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
what? It's like block and delete. I'm moving on, even though I'm like freaking crying for like the next week or so, whatever. But
I'm a crybaby. I'm gonna cry about it.
Oh,
But
yeah.
once I have a like internal meter on how much I'm gonna let you try me. Like, I might you know, let you get away with a lot of things. I'm a very sensitive, soft person. Like I said, very submissive, like in tune with my emotions as well as my man's emotions. So that's just the people pleaser in me. But once you push me to like a certain point, I like completely cut access, and that would like has left people shocked. Like, you literally changed. You're not who I once met. I'm like, yeah, because I'm not stupid. Like, your time with me expired.
Yeah.
You took advantage of that. I have like exes from like 10, 11, 12 years ago trying to split in the block, and I'm like, no, sorry, that's not happening.
yeah, I think the only time I would say I spin the block would be with like my ex-husband, because the father of my kids. So you want your kids to have like that family.
Facts.
So
Yeah.
I did like, I forgave a lot, and just like, because that's family right there. You know what I'm saying? That's,
That's different.
it's but if it's like an ex that like it's been like 7 years ago. I think hit me up. I was like, oh, I miss your smile. Like, yo, don't text me. Like, what are you doing? Like, there's
That's
no.
that's the first thing you
There's
text?
no, yeah. This is another ex. Like I would say like 8 years ago now. I believe
Yo,
it's been
so-
a while.
So he didn't text you nothing.
He
and-
never.
And out of nowhere, he was like, yo, I love your smile.
I miss your smile. And first, I didn't know who
That's
this
awkward.
was. But
My
then I didn't
guy.
know who this was.
My guy,
And then I
come on.
finally like did my little research. I'm like, who the hell is this? And then I started seeing. I'm like, oh, really? Like, I'm like, don't ever like send me no. But I wanted to reply. I wanted to say that, but I just like ended up just blocking him. Like, I don't have the like. If I see you today, like, I moved past it. I forgive you, but there's always gonna be like a hi, and then that's it, and just moving on. I can't.
Oh my goodness, my guy. What are you doing? Yeah.
No, like
How far did you think you were gonna
Y'all,
get with that?
the thing is, y'all fall for it too. Yeah.
No, I don't. I
Ooh.
did not. Oh,
Ooh.
Danny, no. My ex did send me a message and I forwarded it to her. She accidentally, I guess, called
Oh
him.
my God, I accidentally called him. She sent me a message one time when I was at the gym. She was like, oh my God, what should I respond to this? I'm
Because I
like,
just wanted to end it. It's like, leave me alone. Like, just
and,
like a...
and we have like the same zip code. So he like hit me back like, I know who this is. And I'm like,
He did. You didn't tell me that.
I did tell you. And I was like, yo, Didi, I accidentally called your man. I'm like, your ex-man or whatever. And I don't know, he called me back or whatever. And then I was like, no, I'm sorry.
He called you back with a sexy voice like, "What's up, man? I see you call me and whatever."
Bro, the thing is like the call went for like, it was like 0.2 seconds. Like, how did you even get notified? I don't know. But that was very weird.
Yeah.
Because Instagram notifies you. It shows you like
Yeah.
this person called you 1 second ago. Like
Damn, yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah, he hit me up and he was just like, "Oh, I've been out. I've been on the streets for a while. I know it's you." What? Okay, so you left
Been
me
on the streets.
so you could be, do your thing for a year, and
this
now
the
you
same-
want me back?
This is the same person?
No, it's a different person.
Oh, okay. I was about to say this guy's crazy.
No, this is like a different person. Like this is my high. He's gonna know now. It's my high school sweetheart, and we got reconnected about 2 years ago.
So I hit you with the yo, what's up, ma? Yo,
Yeah, and
I'm out here, baby.
and we talked and whatever, and then then he's just like, "Nah, it's not gonna work out." You came to me like begging me like, "Oh, let's get this, try this," like
Yeah.
I
meant to
kind of
be.
like honestly, I kind of wish I had that because I feel like and I'm not saying this to be cocky, so I have to like pick my words carefully, but I feel like any interaction that I've made with a person, and it could have been the most innocent thing, all of a sudden, oh my God, I'm so in love with you. Da da da. Like I've sent like shared messages with you, and I'm like,
Oh, I've seen. No,
know,
I've seen the songs.
Freddie
Yeah.
Michael,
the
like
songs.
Freddie Michael and I, like we have this weird relationship. We're cousins, whatever. Like so, we're we've always been like really open with each other. I get the guy perspective from him. He gets a female perspective from me. And there's times where I'm like, I didn't even do anything. Like, why is he acting like this? And you just be like, and it's not just one person. It's like multiple people.
See,
That's
your
like,
DMs are popping right now, son. Yeah, go ahead, continue.
oh my God, no.
No, I've seen the messages and she'd be like, "Didi, look at this guy." I'm like, "Who is this?" Like,
I
what?
wish, and then
Like-
and I'm not a mean person, so I try to let people down softly, and they just don't get the hint. Like I
No.
kind of wish that
It could
people
be
would
somebody,
leave
and
me
it's
alone.
somebody random. Like when we used to work out, like it'll be like, I'm like, who? They sent me the same message about something about promotion, but then like they'll like keep talking like, oh, like this isn't, like want to get to know you. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you know who she is? I'm like, who is this? Like, why are you? I'm like, is this your friend? I'm like, who is this? And like, oh, it's just a person. And then I'm like, all right, block and delete. I can't. I'm like, I
Yeah,
don't
you
even.
block and delete everybody.
I do. If I don't want, that's my thing. Like, because either way, if you don't block and delete and they hit you up, you're gonna want to like have that little.
I'm too nice. I like to keep like people there. Like it's just like I feel like it takes too much energy out of me to go out and delete and block and delete
No,
people.
I don't
just-
do that.
I do it.
I kind of like I try to be friendly, and I try to like I don't. Maybe I need to be more clear.
I guess
when
it
I'm not
depends.
interested.
Like it depends. Like, well, I do it to those who really hurt me, like to the core, and I just like. But then if it's a stranger and he's just being weird or like something, I'm like, no, I'm blocking. Hell yeah, I'm blocking, delete you. You don't need to be in my DMs and telling me some weird
So,
stuff and like.
Yo,
Didi and I, we've been friends. We've known each other for a few years. I can say she is kind of has like that hopeless romantic little like key in her where she
do.
like any connection that like she makes, she thinks like, oh my God, this guy's really nice. I think he's gonna be the one and da da da.
Yep.
And so I mean, not that she does. I'm not like, you don't put yourself out there like that. Like
Yeah.
that like you're open to just anybody. But the people that know how to say the right words to her, she's automatically like thinking this is gonna be it.
Tells her what she wants to hear, basically.
Yeah. And I'm like, you can't fall for that.
Yeah.
You know?
When you see, and I know you're not stupid. So
No,
I know.
I think it's like also because the actions. Like I went by not just the words, but their actions. Like if they really then they do it and they show up and they do. That's what made me like.
Yeah, I know you're not stupid. So when I say when you see the red flags, like Let it.
No, it starts to like, you know, when they say like you get a gut feeling, you know, something's wrong. That when I start getting that, I already know there's something's up. And that's with COVID guy. That's when I started feeling that feeling. I was like, okay, something's wrong. Something doesn't feel right.
But you needed closure, so you was like, "Yo, what's popping? You haven't hit me in a while. You acting mad funny online."
And the thing is, like, coached her not to do that. I'm like, Didi, don't do that. Like,
Yeah.
don't.
But I didn't. I let him, like, you know, and then it was.
You know what have made him like spin the block on you real quick?
Mm.
Completely ignore him. You'd be like,
I told her that.
Like,
No, but
yo.
but I still had my stuff at his apartment, and it wasn't like something. No,
that doesn't matter.
No, but we were
You know how
still
many times I'm like-
at the time I thought we were still in that, you know, talking because he was still, you know, at least, but it wasn't like 2 to 3 times a day. It was now once a day. Like he'll hit me up.
Yo, you could have all the colitas in his apartment, all clothes,
The
sneakers.
toothbrush.
But you know
all
what's
this-
crazy?
No.
Man-
He kept my towel, so I'm
See,
and it was purple. So
You thinking about the
my
towels?
God.
He's not even thinking about the towels.
You know how many times like
we
people
don't think that way.
No, but no. I will say like I've had exes where like I completely cut contact. Like once I'm done, I'm done. There's no getting me back. Like, but I've had people use that against me. Like, oh, you still have the X, Y, and Z here at my house. Blah blah blah. Or I have this of yours, and I'm like, keep it. I don't want it. I'll buy it. I'll buy that again.
Yo.
I'll buy it 10 times.
Yo, we do that. Me, technically, I never used that move, but I know friends that have used that move to get the girl back. Be like, yo, I got your jacket here, so come back and blah 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 blah. Just so we
Yeah,
can
no,
have,
guys do that. They
just so
they
we can
try
have that closure we talked about earlier.
They try to do like pull little heartstrings, but I don't know. I feel like I'm so detached to materials that I'm like, I will literally start a whole new life tomorrow.
See, I'm a Taurus, so I'm gonna spin the block and be like, yeah, I do have that over there. Let me get that back. Let me get that.
Not me. I let go of things very quickly. The only thing I will not get rid of is like, I don't know. I have attachment to my Jeep. I'm like,
I have a friend that actually.
not giving that back ever.
She
But
said,
I have a friend that actually did that one time. Like he actually was like, yo, I'm feeling this chick, blah, 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 blah. I still have her jacket. But I seen the whole chemistry the whole night with him and the chick. And I'm like, yo, the shorty's not coming back. She's going to leave that jacket. I said that in my mind. I was like, is she going to leave that jacket? It was a Levi jean jacket. He was like, yo, Levi jean jacket, she's going to come back for it. She was like, yo, send it back to me in an Uber. I was like,
what? Oh my, what?
love that.
In an Uber?
yo, she was like, yo, because he thought that was his key to get back to her because he was like kind of like a
Yeah.
pendejo with it. And he was just so like, yo, she's feeling me. She left the Levi jacket. He thought that she set that up so he can get back with like so she can come back the next
Yeah.
day. She was just
No.
like, nah. The next day she was like, oh yeah, send that back in the Uber for me, please. Yo, she's fire though for doing.
I don't
Not
know.
me. I'll be like, I'll buy a new jacket tomorrow.
Yeah, she was like, send that back in the Uber for me, please, thank you. She played the shit out of him. I was just looking at him like, my guy.
No, I don't know. I can get heartless though sometimes. I don't know that I'm like, I don't care about none of that. Now you tried me. You brought that side out of me.
Mm-mm.
I don't know. Yeah, it's like it's just weird. I don't know. Like if I was to run into like I think about that because I see like little like just reading the Bible and it just says like about forgiveness. You should just forgive. And it's like I believe I know I've forgiven all my exes except for one because he really like did me dirty and it's hard.
Did you learn from it though?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because I
That's all that-
never had anyone around my kids. Never. I never bought any man like to be ever. Even when I had the girls, like I'm like, no, my kids are here. You know, like no, like they will be at my place when they were not there. Like and I had this one person, like, and it affected one of my kids. You know what I mean? So that really, hit me hard, like to the core, because it's like now my kids, like, I don't know, missing you or whatever, but
he was meant to be there though, because he made you learn lessons.
No, I know that for a fact. Like I know that now, like just like I just reading the Word of God now that I know that there's a reason why He made me go through everything because I wasn't waking up. Like every like relationship or like guy that I talked to was like kind of like this kind of toxic, not really toxic, but like kind of the same patterns. Like I'll go after the same person. You know what I mean? Like the same kind of like their same like personality or like the way they dress or whatever, but or just the personality itself. And I kept going towards that. Like, it was just like, and it was constant. So God's like, hey, okay, you don't break your heart again. Boop. He made me, but it is something that I needed to do. But I think everything that I've been through in life in general, me having, my kids early, it was because I feel like I was not a responsible kid. Like, like just, I was doing my thing and just, like not saying that I was wild or anything, but I think I needed that, like for me to have a kid and be mature and like, be responsible and because it's just like a lot, but I just wish that I was more. I took those heartbreaks as a lesson and not keep going after the same thing or just having like these friendships where they weren't really real. It was just good to have at the moment because it's like, oh, we go party or do something, you know what I mean? And I still didn't learn from it just took, it was like, and then I just got tired of living in the same cycle over and over and just getting my heart broken. It's like, I need to find myself. I need to find God. I need to find some type of stability in my life.
Yeah.
Where I need to learn.
It's good that you were able to like recognize when you're making patterns or you're repeating them because that's how you keep, if you don't have that self-awareness, you'll keep falling on your face. You'll keep making those same mistakes over and over again.
Thanks.
But at the same time, everybody has a purpose in your life. Sometimes you need that surface level friendship. Sometimes you need that relationship that didn't go anywhere because it shapes you, it molds you, and I have friends in different walks of life. Like there's friends that I can tell my whole life to. There's friends that don't know anything about my personal life, but they know what type of drink I like. They know my favorite type of food because, that's kind of where it goes. Call me if you want to have a good time. But you just need that. You need those types of relationships. That's how we all grow individually.
Speaking of relationships, something real spicy. What do you feel about like relationships where you have to announce and let your partner know, like you have to kind of give them, is a balance between permission to go out?
Oh.
Be like, yo, I'm going, you telling them that you going out or permission to going out? Me personally, I don't like to ask my partner like I'm going, unless we have a kid. If we have a kid and there's it
I mean, like, are you asking or do you feel or just letting them know like, hey, I'll be here? Do you don't tell them either?
Yeah, it's a balance because like there's certain partners that let you know like, oh, they got to both drink water. Hold on.
I'm about to get real right now.
So there's partners like if it's just like they like want to know where you are, what you're doing. They want you to let them know I'm going out Saturday, blah, 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 blah. When does that become like, where's the fine line between those two things?
So for me, I never required any of my partners or men to ask for permission. You don't have to ask me. You're a grown man. I'm not your mother. Just respect me, don't give people reasons to talk about me behind my back. That's like, I don't like that. Like if you're out here embarrassing me, no, you're either getting the street card revoked or the relationship's over. But you don't have to ask me. Just tell me. Keep me in the loop, whatever, just out of safety. Like
communication.
Yeah. Like, okay. But also, I'm not one to go out all the time either. First of all, I'm busy half the time. But when I do go out, I'm not asking either. Like, you got to be okay with it because you're not going to stop me from going where I feel I need to go or want to go. Unless there's a safety concern or I have your child, but I don't have anybody's children. So
me personally as a man, like I'm not asking permission to go out anywhere that I want to go out to.
But you feel like your woman should ask for permission?
No, not
at all.
Unless we have a kid involved, and we know we have to watch one of us has to watch
or something.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
If it has to do something with schedule, then I will understand. But if we don't have a kid, I'm going out. I'm not asking you permission to go out.
Are you gonna let her know that you're going out? Hey, I'm gonna be here. Okay, I think that's different.
I feel like there's a difference. Like I don't like the control thing. So like let me like back up just a little bit. Like I am when I'm in a relationship, I'm in tune with what my man wants or what he requires or expects from me. I'm not gonna test those limits, but I have a life too at the same time. Like, I'm gonna respect how you feel about it if you don't want me going to a certain place, but it has to be reasonable. Like, your request for me has to make sense. Like, if it's something petty, like I have to ask you if I can go get coffee with my friend or something. I don't know. I'm
That's
not
wild.
doing that.
If you gotta go out your way to ask your man, if you got, I'm going out to get coffee, and if you don't tell him that, yo,
Yeah, no.
that's not the woman for you. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, you gotta trust your woman, like, and you know your woman.
I don't even know it's about trust. Like, sometimes, I mean, I've been in relationships where, a man will try to control me, and I will say, "Hey, I'm doing this," and they would just try to pass a guilt trip. Like, not necessarily like blatantly tell me they don't want me to do it, but they'll be like, "Oh, you're always going out with your girls," or "Didn't you see them last week? Why can't you invite me?" First of all, why do you want to hang out with me and my girl? Like, what?
Honestly, it's kind of fire though.
Yeah.
Hanging out with your girls, like,
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
Okay, maybe once or twice, but don't be expectant of it, because I'm not asking you if I can hang out with you and your boys. Like,
Yeah.
it's weird.
But it's like a thing. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Like, in my head, I feel like it's like because they do things they're not supposed to be doing when they go out. So
Yeah, that's what
when
they
it's
say.
like,
wait a minute, hold on.
I'm just.
Hold on.
No, I mean
Not
that
all of us are like that, though.
statistically,
What?
statistically, I feel like the people that are insecure or questioning certain things is
Yes.
because they do questionable things on
Yeah.
the side,
yeah.
True.
and so they know what they would do.
When they're out, with
You know?
and then they'll be
Yeah.
like, "Oh, who are you going with?"
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, "Oh, they're single. Why are you going out with
Yeah.
girls that are single?"
No, and then
Yeah.
yes, that or you have a whole friend. So what does it matter what my
Oh
friend is
yeah,
doing?
that's the biggest one.
What does it matter what my friend is doing? That has nothing to do with me.
I
And
don't care about the whole friends. That, like I said, me, I don't know if I'm biased, but me, I don't know if I have like some type of sort of psychic little tweak in my brain, but I know my woman at the end of the day.
Well, you have to trust her. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
if there's no,
but
trust, there's no.
You know what I've heard too, like in a relationship, like one of my last relationships, the man would be like, "It's not that I don't trust you, it's that I don't trust other people."
I heard a girl say that though.
Yeah, or they don't trust the.
But-
That's what they be like. Oh, where you going? Who's gonna be there?
That's
you
bullshit.
Know, it's.
I'm gonna be honest. That's
Yeah.
bullshit. That just
or that's just their insecurity.
it's a
Yeah.
softer
I
way
feel
of
like that's
saying
into
like it's not.
insecurity.
It's just softer way to say I don't trust. I don't
No.
trust you. Basically,
yeah.
I don't think it's that. I feel like they don't want me to be discovered. They don't want anybody else to find me.
no.
I don't know.
Maybe it's me,
Well,
but
they don't want nobody to
They
take
want
away.
to. They want to keep me locked up because, like, yeah. I mean, what other dangers? What are the dangers out there? To be
You
honest,
are wanted
like,
by a lot of people, Jenny.
so the hoes out there, man.
There's
okay, but do I like? I don't
No.
have a sign that says "Come take me away." I'm ready. Like,
I mean, you do.
Uh-huh.
You got the beauty, so they're
Yeah,
like,
so
yo.
they're always like, "Yo, who's your friend?" I'm like, "No." It's like,
Yeah.
like, especially my
Oh,
cousins.
they said like her, like
when I
who's-
first started hanging out with her and we would like go out take pictures. Yo, my cousins be like, "Yo, who's that?" And I'm
they
like,
be like,
"Nobody."
What's up, though?
Yeah, and my homeboys too. I used to hang out. Like I had a few boys. They live in Orlando, but they're like wifed up now, whatever. But when we when they were saying, they'd be like, "Yo," like a lot of people like outpost you, and let's say like my homeboys or my family be like, "Yo, who's that?" I'm like, "Nah, nobody to worry about. She's good." Like
Yeah.
I'm like, "No, yeah, she's beautiful, but like yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah."
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Remember, was it when my birthday? It was my birthday. We went to what's that place in the beach, New Smyrna Beach? It was a bar. It has a pool bar. Oh my god, what's the name of it? Chases, yeah. And it was my birthday, right? So
Mhm.
how like her and our other friend got drinks, and I'm like, yeah, nobody gave me my drink either. Like like somebody they send you over a drink or whatever, like a guy, and they're like, and then they sent her a drink, and then my friend a drink, and I was like, oh, I don't get a drink.
So, if I'm at the bar and somebody offers a drink and I'm with one of my friends, I would be like,
I don't do that.
well, I mean, I've
But
had
like
that.
anywhere we go, like it's like, I'm
But-
like, Jenny, come with it. Get in the front.
Oh
They're
my
gonna make
gosh.
us go in for free.
Oh, so you guys are using my cousin.
No,
My friends, they pimping me out. It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Like they'll be like, "Oh, I'll
but
give you,
I'm very.
I'll give you her number if you like."
Oh
let-"
hell no, I won't do that. No,
I
that's
have a
too
friend
much.
that does that. And she does that. She's done that a couple
Nah,
times.
like
I'm
me, I'm very
no.
protective when it comes to like now. If I see a guy like they're like
Yeah.
disrespecting my friends, And then they'll hate me. They'll be like, "Oh, you just cock blocking. You just jealous." I'm like, "No, I'm protecting my friend from like a creepy like you. Like, what are you doing?"
But what
you know?
what I was gonna say is, if I'm at a bar with a group of my friends or girlfriends or whatever, and a person tries to send me a drink, first of all, I gotta see it being poured for me accepted. But
Facts.
also,
Make sure, ladies.
yes,
Always.
Make sure it's getting poured.
Yes,
you see it
please.
getting poured.
But
Because the bartender might be in on it too.
yes, but also I would be like, where's a drink for my friend? Like, if you want to buy me a drink, you also have to buy the person I'm with a drink too for me to take it.
We need to
Otherwise, I send them back.
we need to go out for drinks more often then. I don't gotta spend no money. Pretty privilege right here.
Oh my
yo.
God,
Pretty
stop.
privilege to a full
Yes.
maximum. You too. Stop
No,
playing.
not anymore. Like back, what? When I used to
Dating.
when I used to party back in the days, when like I was like, what, 28, 29? That's when I kind of like, you know, I had like the arrangement where like, you know, every other weekend I had my kids. So like the weekends that I didn't, that's when I started like going out and stuff. And like, I'm like, all right, I was there. But now it's like barely. Like, I think because I look young too, that's another fault. Like some men probably think like I'm like freaking 25 or something younger.
Yo, we gotta go out there.
And they just don't like, they just
Let's
be
go
like,
let's go after this episode.
but like, wait, you're
actually.
what?
Yeah.
You're 40? You don't look 40. Nah, I'm like, all right.
Let's go out after that.
I don't know. I got $11 in my pocket. I'm kind of broke right now.
Oh
so.
my God.
11. What?
So-
You say
11
11.
teen.
I was like, wait, what?
I'll get the free drinks for you. Don't worry.
that's what I'm insinuating. But
No,
yeah.
I feel like there's like when well, it's like no, it's like it was three of us during COVID, and then like it was always like
I'm broke, baby.
like
Go ahead. Sorry.
no, it was just like a lot of like I feel like some of my friends were intimidated by Jenny too. Like, it's like
Huh? What?
yeah,
Oh,
'cause
no,
she's very pretty. Like, you know, and I used to be like,
but that's so weird. Like,
And-
I'm the type of girl to like hype other women up. Like, I never
you are.
like, even if like there could be a girl complete like I feel like a 2 next to her, and I'm not gonna stop from interacting with her. I'm gonna hype her up. I'm gonna be like, oh my God,
Yeah.
you're so beautiful, blah blah blah. Like, I don't know, that's weird to me.
You know,
And
it
Didi
was-
does have friends that get like that I know, like they never met
Because
me and
like
they
I'll
have
be
weird-
like, oh,
yeah.
my birthday, or like I invite them, they won't
Mhm.
show up. Like it's my older friends or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, like they just like I'm like, why? Like what's going on? Like they've never like I'm like she's mad. Like I don't know if it was because of them or what. I understand there's one that I'm like one of my best friends. Like I mean we've known each other since I moved to Florida, so we've been in our lives forever. She was always like, you know, be like, yo, I'm there for her, you know, like, yo, I'll be there. But I know she's like, she has a newborn now. It's like, this, like, no, once you have newborns, you have no life. Like, I know she can never make it. But like my other friends that I did have a close friendship with, like, that kind of phased out
Mhm.
when I got into, you know, friendships with them.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, y'all wanted me to stay by myself in the house while y'all got remarried and had a family. Like, I understand that. Like, I know as soon as you have a man, I'm not gonna see you. That's just a fact. Like, this is, you know, let's just put it that way.
I don't like friends like that. It's not your friend.
Yeah.
No, so it's like it
That's
is what
not
it
your
is.
friend.
So
That means either it could be one or two things. Either you or your boyfriend is too controlling and try to control your friend group to manipulate you, or
no, but it's
the
like
first one.
you don't think like the first few months or like for the first year, like
No.
you remarried or whatever, you're not focused.
Your real
you know?
man should be able to mix in with your friends if you have good friends,
Yeah.
though,
Mm-hmm.
because you could have some trashy ass friends that your man could be looking at like, oh, that's not good for you. That's not good for you.
Right.
That's not good for you. So you could have been riding with bad friends to begin with, but it could be the other way around. If you have some good friends, your man should be able to mix with all of them.
Yeah,
You shouldn't be have to separate them
yeah.
at the end of the day. Like that.
I mean, and to
But
like
I don't know. I
you-
might be wrong. I don't know.
you gotta
it's-
be-
But I know every time I used to be like, oh, who's coming? I'll say like, oh, you know,
Mhm.
they won't show up. You know, but
I think
Yeah.
like why can't we all be friends? Like I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah.
Like
it's like
Yeah.
it's like social media and just like right now this era is like they want women against each other, like instead of like empowering each other. It's like,
So what you gonna do to change that? You got to change it.
of course, I don't. I'm gonna do.
Yo, girls, women are
I don't
haters. I'm
know.
gonna be honest.
I'm a girl's girl. Like I don't know. I
Like
hype up my
I've
friends.
always been like, oh, you know, like, but if you know, it's me with. That's the thing. Like I don't really. I have a few, like not even like a lot of, like I had a lot of. How do you call it? Acquaintances, I guess. You know, like you know,
Mhm.
surface girlfriends.
yeah.
But I probably have like 3 really, like, I mean, like, they know everything. Like, really, really close. Like, I can call right now, but like, yo, I got a flat tire. Like, all right, I got you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
loan me like $100. So, like, I know who will have my back. There are friends that like they're just like surf, but I actually have more guy friends than I did girlfriends. Like my homeboys that I mentioned before, there are 3 of them, and I haven't seen them in like a year or two, like few 2-3 years, because they're with their wifey or whatever, and they used to feel like a little bit because I was so close to them, they didn't feel comfortable, and I respect that, I get it, but
Yeah.
I'm more like a guy's girl, like not like that, but you know what I mean. Like I'm more like I can have like I'm very shy. I could be shy too when it comes to like getting to know like other girlfriend, like females, like just having conversations with them. But there's like a guy, like I don't know, for some reason I can communicate like better with them. It's just like something I don't know what it is, but it's just like, I feel more comfortable making friends with guys than I am with girls. A lot of guys don't like that. So
yeah, a lot of women are shady, like a little bit shady-ish, and I understand they're a little jealous. They are very territorial. They're like wolves, kind of.
Yeah, so it's like I know who to bring around, who what not. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know what friends won't be or being a nice. Well, I used to be a hater. So
that comes from like envy and jealousy. I don't know. I don't have that. I really honestly don't have that trait. Like I've never been controlling in any of my relationships. Like I don't care if my friend decides to be friends with another person. Like I don't know.
Like me, it was just weird. Like whoever came into our circle. Like it's not like I felt threatened. It was just like I'm not trying to like sit here and have like a deep conversation with this person. I don't even know who this person is.
But who says you have to?
No, I'm just saying if it was like one of those days, like that's when I used to get upset. Like we're going to dinner, you bring somebody. I'm like, I wanted to talk to you about something. Like I didn't really see you. Like I used to get upset about that. Something like that. But it was. But the thing is, like it would be depends. Like if we're drinking and something comes out, you know what I mean? Like, yo, remember this? And you're like, yo, like we don't know this girl from like I don't know her. You might know her, but you might trust her. I don't trust her.
But your real friends should know not to like drop certain details.
Some friends have not been through life enough to know like I'm naive. I'm about to invite this other friend.
Oh yeah, that's like a learning curve.
It's just learning. It's learning along the way.
I'm late in the game. Shit, I'm mad late. Wow. But like, it took. Yeah,
you hit her up like, yo, I need time to talk, and they'll think, oh, I have this new friend. She's popping. She'll probably make her feel good. She's not thinking like, yo, I just want alone time with you. She's thinking, oh, I got this other friend.
No, but they won't even say it. No, they would just show up. Like
I'm just saying the scenario, like.
Yeah, I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, like they mean well, but at the end of the day, it's a learning. Like how you say, it's a learning curve. It
is. Like I'm honestly like, I mean, super late to the game.
At the end of the day, you gotta check your friend, and if she acts weird after you checking her, she got.
But like I
still has time to learn.
The last 2 years, when I started at 2022, I started at work at Liberty. When I started working at home, 2022. So since then, I haven't talked to anybody. Like, really, no friends. Except for like Jenny here and there, but
and me,
and now you, But I mean, before you know, what I'm saying started this, I've been isolated from everybody, like literally everybody. And
we got to get her back in the mix. We about to take you out.
I do.
Tonight.
I have you guys.
Well, I used to force Didi out all the time.
Oh yeah, and she'll be like, I'm coming to pick you up. Like,
when I first met her at that time, I had a large group of girlfriends that were always around me, and
I always be like, come over. I'm like, I'm like, there's a lot of girls there. I don't feel like.
I'm like, so what? I don't know. But I don't know. I feel like I have that ability. Sometimes I'm socially awkward, whatever. But I feel like I could talk to anybody.
But you
I
know
could
what
talk
else
about
it was too?
anything.
Because they were like younger. So I'm like, they're in like the whole social media era.
That means a
lot. So I could click. It was crazy because I was able to click with you and our other friend, and that worked out with us. And I'm like, damn, I'm not young, but like we clicked, But I always said that Jenny has like an old soul. Like she's not her like she has an old soul. So I was just like, I couldn't. And then she'll be like, oh, and I'll see her friends. I'm like, I'm like, I click with them. I don't know if I can click with them,
Yeah.
Because it's like a different. We grew up. It's a different era. Like it's completely different age. Big age.
Age gap.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're rocking.
Yeah, but cool.
Yo, I think that's enough for today.
Yeah. How long have we been here? Like 2 hours?
Yeah, like 2.5 something hours.
We were talking for 2 hours?
Oh.
No.
But yo, this is the High Hanging Fruit Podcast. We here. It's your boy Freddie on Focus. We're gonna wrap this up. We gotta wrap this up.
Definitely.
By the way, we gotta take you out. Like tonight.
Yes, we're out.
We're going out tonight. Yeah.
We're out.
With your 11th cents? How do you say
11 cents.
11 cents.
11 cents in my bank account.
Oh yeah, I don't have my card.
I'm broke, baby.
All right, I guess I got this round. This time.
I'll get you next time. I swear. I promise. But yo, this is Freddie on Focus.
the Sunny. Hey,
Jennifer Lynn.
We out here, man. Tune in next week. This is
This is it. This is
This-
us. That's it.
Just
a
us
weekly.
talking.
This is us.
Yeah.
Yeah. We
Love
got-
us or hate us, whatever.
Yeah, no
We're still gonna
matter.
be here.
Yeah, new tuners, old
God's
tuners.
plan.
God plan
Yes.
facts, man.
Yes.
Good. Hopefully, get some out of this, man. This is new to us, the podcast world. We ride it.
Yeah.
Like I
We're
like
just
just trusting God. Honestly, we're just
God, yeah.
We're like I said before, we're just three people
Like
talking.
like my
God will take us where we need
like
to go.
my favorite verse right now was is it Jeremiah 29:11, I believe. It's that God's like he's just sit there and wait, and God's gonna like provide
Mhm.
and give us what we're supposed to be doing. I think that's the verse. I don't know. Messing up verses here because I'm trying to memorize.
Say less, pay less.
Yeah. Oh man, I miss Payless. So I'm not lying.
Yo, there is no pay less though.
No man, I miss them though. Because
Oh.
you could just be like, y'all go to Payless, get some quick chancletas or some like flat
Oh my
shoes
god!
or whatever.
I remember
yo,
Payless used to come in clutch for those old LimeWire. Not Limewire? What was that? Limelight? That old club Limelight. That was back.
Wait a minute, time out.
Oh my gosh, you were around when Limelight.
How was you in Limelight? You was young.
I moved when I moved here. That's when the first clubs that we went to.
You was like
Limelight.
11 teen.
No, she was
during
like.
Limelight.
I went to the club at the first time. Like I was 15.
Oh
I
no,
think,
you
for
did
my
tell me you
first
had a
club.
fake ID.
I had a fake ID
Yo.
for many
Because
years.
I would tell her
What are we
about certain
doing?
clubs, and she'd be like, "Yeah, I was there," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"What? How the hell were you there?"
I was there. I was there at the same time.
Was
we
it?
were
What,
there.
remember the
You grew up
drag?
way too
I don't know if
fast.
yeah, remember the Dragon Room?
I had to.
I remember Dragon Room. I remember Firestone,
to.
Orlando clubs.
Firestone. That used to be like
You
the actual.
wasn't, I didn't even go into Firestone.
That
You
used to
was
be
in
actual
There
Firestone?
was
tire shop,
Firestone.
yeah.
There was so many.
That's
other
why,
clubs. I can't
honestly,
remember.
like,
the Red Room. I think that's what it's
I
called.
started young, like going out. That's why, like, I am that old soul. I am that old
No,
soul.
I
'cause
think
feel
you
like-
were just like just an old soul.
No, I lived
Or
life.
hung around old souls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that. I mean, I lived life. Like,
No, yeah.
already, so-
I like that's I don't know. It's so
Yeah.
weird. Like I was able to like connect with someone that, so young. And I was just like, yo, what the fuck, like, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
But I was like, it was
real world
It
experience.
was meant to happen. So we
Yeah,
could all link
definitely.
up because we never
no,
would have
like,
met
Mm-hmm.
if it wasn't for that.
trust. And we've
Well, I
had,
wa- I
and
was
it's crazy,
kinda-
like the fact that we've had our arguments and been able to bounce back and keep our friendship. Is
Yeah,
awesome.
arguments. We gotta get into that. real
We
quick.
had.
Hold on, whatever. What's the bochinche,
No, honestly,
yo?
I almost like I remember crying that day. Like I lost a friendship, and I ended up calling our other friend that started the whole thing, but in a way like, and I ended up calling her like, it's your freaking fault.
Wait, hold
like,
on, hold on,
you,
hold on, hold on, hold on,
you
hold on,
made me
hold on.
lose my friend.
Time out. We're gonna keep that for the next episode. Tune in.
Yeah, we keep talking, we keep going. We probably be here all night, like
Yeah.
4 hours.
Episode 3 of the
Yo, it's so
high hanging fruit
High Hanging
hot in
podcast.
here, yeah.
Yeah, we out here because I turned off the air conditioning because it was bad for sound.
Yo, pero yo, my whole back, yo, ya está
It's
todo
mad.
mojado and shit. Diablo.
Yo, tune in. We out here, baby.
Bye, guys.
High hanging fruit. Bye.
Bye.
Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Tune in next week. We out here, baby.
Hey.
Yes, sir.
Oh my god, yeah, my whole back is wet for real. I'm so short. Like I feel like I took one pillow off and I'll be like.